Hi everyone, it's Sketcher Fashion Drawing Tutorials, and in this lesson we're going to render this amazing embroidered look from Zuhair Murad's Fall 2016 Couture collection. So here are the tools that we need, but you just need to pick the matching colors. And I start from drawing the croquis first. So usually I start drawing egg-like shape for your head, and your shoulders and hips will be just a little bit sloped, both in opposite direction. And then I just draw. As you can see, your hips are more sloped than the upper part of your body. So, and as a result, your spine is a bit curved. I'm locating knee at the same level as the side of your neck, and your ankle is just in the middle of your body. So if you make one vertical line just in the middle, like below your chin, then it will intersect the ankle. And the other knee is just next to left side knee, and it's a bit lower since your second leg is bent. So I'm not going to draw the outline of your arms. I'm just drawing the bones and then drawing these wider sleeves. And then just add hands. And usually when I draw hands, first I draw the palm and then I attach fingers, and usually a thumb is located a bit higher. So, and then we have this huge belt just at the waistline. The second sleeve. So first I'm drawing the bone and then allocating the fabric more or less equally on both sides, and drawing your hand. After that, I'm drawing the lower part, and here we have some folds. So here we have one fold. It's widening a bit as it goes down. Then this back piece of skirt. So, and I'm just erasing parts of leg that are not visible. So here actually this huge fold should start a bit aside, a bit to the right. So we have a symmetric fold, but here it's falling just vertically. The rest of the skirt. So now I'm going to outline everything that I need. So I can erase the pencil strokes. And here we have this metal detail of your belt in the center. So next, your face. I divide this egg by two, both horizontally and vertically. And on horizontal line, I'm drawing your eyes. And then above the center of the lower half, I'm drawing your nose, and under that nose I'm drawing lips. Try not to draw lips too low, so there is not big distance between nose and lips. Between nose and eyes I'm drawing cheekbones. In order to fix the symmetry, I draw your face upside down, because usually shapes are viewed more clearly when you don't look at the face but look at just shapes. Usually turning upside down helps. Just fixing your lips a little bit. let's draw your hat, and it will go just above your eyes, so it's covering your eyebrows. And on the top, as you can see, it's quite far from the outline of your skull. And now I'm adding your hair. Just bead by bead, hair is widening at the bottom. And now I'm outlining everything on the top. Since your hair is dark, I'm letting myself outline your hair too, but usually for very light blondes I don't do that. So get rid of all pencil. I'm using patty color for light skin to show all the shadows and give dimensions to her face. Shadows under her chin. I'm showing some shadows on her body too, since there we're going to have some lace and it's a bit transparent. Okay, so next I'm coloring everything almost with almond. You can leave some parts like top of cheekbones, chin uncolored if you want those places to shine. So if you want, as you can see, I left the center of your chest partially uncolored. So now I'm using salmon pink for your hat. And I'm using baby pink for your clothing as a base. So I used salmon pink for your hat because there is a warm top lighting on original photo. So I actually wanted to have that lighting too. So now I'm using burgundy. And there we have 2 small holes on both sides. So there, when you color it this way, you get this edges lit, and it looks like this. So for the inside I used black, and for the shadows on her skin I'm using warm gray 3. Next, take some violet pencil, like dark one, and add some shadows on the sides. So this, and I'm using some light lilac color of pencil in the center, and a bit of black there in those holes, and adding some extra shadows with black pencil. And pencil usually has this noise, which is really good for woolen textures. So next I'm using burgundy pro marker, which is something between brown and red, like really dark red, wine color. So basically I'm coloring everything and I'm leaving central parts lit. Now I spread burgundy marker on plastic surface and mixing baby pink, which was the base pink color, mixing with this burgundy and drawing on the edges so I get the gradient. So I don't have just baby pink and burgundy, but they are mixed. And I work in the same way on the other side. So here the highlights are this not exactly straight line, right? It's a bit broken. And again, I'm mixing baby pink with burgundy and making this gradient on the edges between pink and burgundy parts. So next I'm using Cool Gray 5 to give the contrast. So it's just area smaller than the burgundy. So everywhere that we before colored with burgundy, but a bit thinner. So here I'm not just adding shadows. Sometimes I also show some pattern too, because in some parts we're going to have a really thick pattern So you can start drawing it with marker actually. And adding extra burgundy just to blend it well. Next, I'm using thick black fine liner. You can use some 0.5, or in my case I'm using just Stadler Triplus fine liners, and I'm drawing these plant-like shapes like leaves, flowers, so many of them. So here we can make some arcs, and same thing on this side. Let's make some stripes, like thread lines, and extra lace, and more of embroidery. And thread lines on her sleeves. And again, I'm adding more of the embroidery. So, I mean, you can draw just, floral motifs, scribble a little bit. So, from distance, you cannot really tell what exactly it is on anybody's dress if it's something small. You can draw something like this. But if you want, you can invest your time into drawing the exact pattern. So in the same manner, I'm coloring her belt. I apply khaki with dots on her metal detail and adding some yellow. With correction pen, I'm showing some light because those crystals are actually shimmering. So I just applied dots on the top of that pattern. A bit of burgundy, mixing pink with burgundy. And some cool gray 5, more of burgundy. And now I'm going to color all her skirts with baby pink. And here we have this fold, so I'm going to color its sides with burgundy, and we have this outline of the skirt. Here at the back we'll have a couple of shadows, like patches. And here is the area between two folds. There we're supposed to have some shadows too. So I'm going to color there more. And then this front fold, I just want to make the fabric a bit wrinkled. And as a result, there we're going to have some light parts and dark parts. And since burgundy is not the darkest possible color in our case, because also we use cool gray 5, right, for the darkest part, so I can use more of burgundy over here. Still looks light. So now I'm spreading it on plastic surface. I'm mixing pink with burgundy and just making this gradient again everywhere where there is a huge difference between pink and wine color. I'm using skin color for the rest of your body that is visible. And with the other half of your skirt, I'm working in the similar manner. So I just showed the folds, and now we have this front fabric. I also color it partially. Now I'm using Cool Gray 5 to increase the contrast. So I'm coloring in the area where we have burgundy. But again, just deep inside. So I make these parts with Cool Gray 5 a bit smaller than parts with burgundy. So basically I'm coloring inside of burgundy. More of burgundy to darken a bit her skirt because it looked a bit light. I don't have really that color of fine liner, so I'm using red. Unfortunately, I don't have it because I think red is too bright. But we need something really thin, and it's a good idea to get a set of fine liners of different colors, because they are really good when you work with small patterns or prints or with lace. So here I'm just drawing similar shapes to the original design. So now mix burgundy and blended baby pink with it, and let's make this second part of her skirt a bit darker. So more of a burgundy. And I'm drawing the pattern. And here I won't comment that much because I'm just making up this pattern. And sometimes I will just use a little bit of white ink gel pen as well. And well, it looks like I'm making up something complex, but just try to add more and more details. If you draw a branch, add several branches to it. Add some leaves, flowers, and extra neighboring details, and it will look really thick and rich. It's not that difficult as it might look like, or maybe it doesn't look difficult. And I'm continuing drawing her lace. Actually, at the crotch, she has some huge pattern that is closing the gap. So here I just finished drawing the pattern on the second half because I worked in the same way. Basically, you can mirror what you drew on one side, just repeat it in a symmetrical way. So now I'm using some cool gray 5 to darken some shadows, because I feel like this half of your skirt still looks too light. So I'm adding some shadows below. More of the burgundy. A very vampirish look. And I think it's cool when vampirish has something oriental, like in this case. More of the light with correction pen. So finish drawing lace with fine liner. And you can add, make a stronger highlights using white pencil. Just on the top of those folds. Now I'm using chestnut color, and mostly I'm coloring along your face and the upper part of your hair because it's just below your head. And next I'm adding tan between brown and white, and next I'm using burgundy pencil. I want your hair to match your outfit, and just drawing on the top of marker to show the texture, like with, and my lines are moving in the same direction or the same curves. Now I'm using black pencil, darkening the upper part of your hair, and with white ink gel pen I'm adding highlights on your nose, adding some freckles, making some holes on the lace. So here is our final result. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Subscribe to Sketcher channel for more tutorials. Follow Sketcher on Instagram for any news or updates. Share your questions and suggestions, and see you next tutorial.